What is up, Pretty Fit fam? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we are on Vlogmas number 12, and today I have a fun Q&A for you guys. It's gonna be super short and I'm gonna get right to the point. I posted a kind of ask me anything poll on Instagram. I kind of posted it kind of late today, so I only got a few questions on there, but follow me on Instagram. It'll be right here or right here. It'll be somewhere down here to follow me on Instagram. But yeah, I posted a short Q&A to ask me anything about fitness. So I'm just gonna hop right into it. But before we get started, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the Pretty Fit Life channel. Make sure you turn on that bell for notifications to know when I drop not only Vlogmas, but also other fitness videos, other fitness, nutrition, just anything related to fitness just in general. Make sure you like this video if you guys want to see more like Q&A stuff, just me answering questions, kind of just picking my brain for different little knowledge or whatever. But yeah, other than that, let's get right into the Q&A. All right, you guys, so question number one I have, well, I know this person, so shout out to you. I had on a filter, but they said, first of all, love the eyeliner. Yeah, it was a filter, but thank you. Appreciate you. Much love. Mwah. She's great. So the first question that she actually had was, what are some major milestones that you're working on in fitness and otherwise? So I kind of said this in some of my videos. Some of you may know. She may not, others may not know as well. But one, I think, next biggest thing within this next year is I will be competing in bodybuilding. That's going to be a huge milestone for me as far as fitness. Bodybuilding is something that I've never really considered up until just like a couple of months ago. I always admired people that did it and kind of, gave them their flowers, whoever, did it. But to consider me doing it, I was just always like, no, like, I don't want to do bodybuilding. But I think this is going to be a super duper big switch up for me. I'm already training for it, as you guys know. I'm already kind of in my workout splits and everything. Comment down below if you guys want to see like what my workout split looks like. I kind of have some workouts thrown up of what I'm doing, but like a full week of like what my split looks like, how much cardio I'm doing and stuff like that. Comment down below if you want to see something like that. But yeah, bodybuilding is going to be the next big like milestone for me as far as fitness. As far as fitness goes, I think that's as far as I'm thinking. I know for sure I want to play volleyball again. Like, I definitely want to get back into playing volleyball. That's another big thing I want to do. I decided to do to train for bodybuilding just because volleyball didn't work out for me. So I said that in another video too, but volleyball didn't work out for me this year. So that was something that I was like, oh my God, like, kind of disappointed, but everything happens for a reason. So yeah, I'm really excited about this new journey. I'm really excited to see how my physique is gonna look after my first time on the stage. You guys are gonna get that whole series, so I'm super excited about that. But yeah, that was a really good question. Other than fitness, I think me really focusing on the business. Sorry if you hear noise, my cat is in here with me while I'm recording. But really working on the business, really focusing on excelling in the business. That's going to be something that I'm really working hard to kind of push myself, because I kind of am struggling with self-doubt a little bit. So I feel like kind of me proving to myself that I can do it is going to be a big milestone for me within this next year. Not really any timeline on the business. I mean, I have timelines for myself, but I just believe like, I believe in telling you guys my goals, but not when, and not all the way in depth as far as like other goals, just because um sometimes you just gotta pop out with your goals. You just gotta pop your stuff sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, I have a lot of goals, but huge, like, Simba, can you please, mommy is trying to record. Simba, please. He's messing with my tripod, y'all. But no, yeah, big traveling, of course, is another big thing that I plan on doing in 2024. A lot of big things that I want to do. There's a lot of big things that I want to do, but 2024, I'm not too sure yet. I think 2023 for me was really hard. So a lot of healing in 2024, a lot of kind of re-evaluating. I'm doing my goals, and even me writing down my goals is kind of difficult because I didn't really expect for me to go through what I went through this year. So I've been kind of taken aback a little bit, but right now I'm just gonna take it, I'm gonna take a little bit at a time. But I do have still really big goals for myself, which I'm really excited about, and in my life in general. So I'm still been writing stuff down, still trying to plan stuff out for myself, as far as like, other things in my life. Most of you guys know, well, maybe you don't. I keep saying most of you guys, but some people don't. I recently quit my job. Not too recently, but the past, it's been about two months. I quit my job to work for myself full time, and that's been like it's been rough. Working for yourself is really rough. So I think me fully going into it in 2024 and like, a full year of like, okay, you have to figure this out, I think is going to be a big like milestone for me. So yeah, that was a really good question. I hope that answered, I hope I answered it. I hope I gave you guys some insight to me and like my like goals. I kind of already been talking about the bodybuilding thing, but yeah, I'm super excited to show you guys my road to stage as far as fitness goes. But yeah, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be a good little journey. I'm also gonna give you guys a series on I don't even know if I should say it. I don't know if I should say it. I'm gonna say it because you guys keep me accountable. I'm keeping myself accountable on here, but I'm going to give you guys a series of 75 hard. So I'm going to try 75 hard again for the 1000th time. I've tried 75 hard again. Actually, Brian, my boyfriend, introduced me to it when did he introduce me to it? I want to say it was, we're in 2023. So I would say like 2021. Either 2020 or 2021. One of the years, he introduced me to it, and we actually got pretty far. I think the second time I tried it, I got to day like 50 something. That challenge is really hard, but yeah, my goal is to complete 75 hard at least one time, because I've tried it so many times. And 75 hard is actually really hard. So come January 1st, we are going to be revamping 75 hard. If you don't know what 75 hard is, go look it up. Andy Frisilla, he is the toughest, he's just the toughest like business person. He's just like somebody you need for tough love, truthfully, and to give you the real on everything. But yeah, go look up 75 hard if you don't know what it is. I'm gonna be giving you guys a weekly kind of update on 75 hard. But yeah, that series is gonna come out because I'm like committed to doing it. Plus I think me coming into prep right after is gonna be perfect, because I'm already being like this kind of beast mode like mentality. So yeah, that's another kind of milestone is reaching 75 hard, completing 75 hard for the first freaking time because I haven't done it yet. So I've gotten very far, but I haven't completed it. So that'll be interesting, and I'll keep you guys updated with that. Come January 1st, it'll be the first start. So if you guys want to join me, comment down below. It's going to be great. It's going to be a good time. It's going to make a big difference. So that was the first question. All right. So I have, the next question I have is, does the pattern of exercises matter ideally for arms and back? Hey girl, hey, by the way, thank you for asking all the questions that you did. Like I said, you guys, I only got a couple because I posted the story kind of late, so I only got a couple, and I wanted to record and then also upload it so you guys can see it tonight. But does the pattern of exercises matter ideally for arms and back? The answer is yes, they do matter, because arms and back are different body groups, and also the way you structure your workouts is super important. So if you're thinking arms and back is a larger muscle group. So you're gonna wanna shoot for compound exercises first, when your arms kind of do more isolation exercises. So compound meaning multi-muscle groups in one time. So for instance, for your back, like pull-ups. For example, pull-ups is kind of a total body movement. You're working a lot of different muscles at once. That's a compound exercise. Even though it's body weight, that's a good compound exercise to do. Compound with weight, I would say for back, either like a conventional deadlift or like a bent over row. So you're engaging multiple muscles at once. So like a deadlift, you're working most of your posterior chain, which is the back side of your body. So a deadlift is engaging your back, your glutes, your hamstrings, most likely your calves. You're also using a little bit of pulling, a little bit of bicep action, but not too much. It's mostly your posterior chain, which is all the muscles on the back side of your body. So your back, like I said, your back, your glutes, your hamstrings, or something like a bent over row, where you're bent over, you're engaging your back. Depending on your hand grip, you could be engaging your biceps as well. Your core is probably engaged a little bit. Your glutes are a little bit activated as you're bent over. Your hamstrings are kind of fired up because you're bent over in that kind of hinge position. So you're working a lot of different things at one time versus an isolation exercise, which should come after. So your compounds, I always shoot for your compounds first. So your bigger movements, your bigger movement pattern exercises, like your squat, your deadlift, your bench press, those are bigger movements. Those will come first rather than your isolation exercises, which will come last. Now, for me, just to put this into perspective, if you guys have seen some of my, for example, one of my leg day videos I just recently dropped, which had like a couple of different things in it. It had a couple of compounds and it had a couple of isolation exercises as well. So like your compounds, you can put really in any order. I mean, in my opinion, you could put them in any order as long as you do them first, because they're going to exert more energy. You're going to burn more. You're going to use more of your body to do those exercises. So I think I did like a squat. I think I did like a deadlift. So those are your bigger movements. Then for the rest of it, I think I did like lunges. What else did I do? Like a hip thrust. Something else like a leg press. But you're not with isolation exercises. Those are examples. Isolation exercises, you're targeting one specific muscle. So arms, for example, your biceps, like a bicep curl, is isolating specifically your bicep muscle. So the muscle that's on top rather than on the back of your arm, your bicep muscle. So like a bicep curl or a hammer curl, or like a cable curl, you're literally just hitting your biceps, or for example arms, triceps. So like a tricep kickback, or on a cable tricep push downs, or like an overhead tricep extension. Those are only hitting those specific muscles. So those are always going to come later in the workout. So hopefully that answered your question. Compounds, so the bigger movement patterns that include more of your body, that require more of your body to engage during that exercise, will always come first. Isolation exercises will typically always come later in the workout after your compounds. So hopefully that answered that. Next question. How many meals do you eat a day and how do you balance them? Okay, so this one is a good question. It's kind of a little bit layered. So currently right now I'm eating about four meals. Once I get my protein powder in, it'll be like 4 meals and like a snack. Kind of, and of course I have like a snack kind of through it. So I'll kind of break down like my meals to you right now. So for breakfast, I usually have like egg whites and some sort of other protein. So maybe like turkey sausage or something, or turkey bacon. Or instead of the turkey bacon and turkey sausage, I have oatmeal and I have a cup of blueberries. That's breakfast. And then in between breakfast and my like first meal, my first like lunch or whatever, I'm supposed to have a snack in between. The meal is just like an apple. So I just have fruit. So usually between my breakfast and my first meal is just like fruit, basically, which I do, but depending on the day, if I don't have time for it, I just skip straight to my first meal, and then maybe I'll have fruit later. But it doesn't have to be like in order or anything. But yeah, my like kind of snack is like a piece of fruit. And then my kind of meal number one or lunch number one is, I gotta remember the meal plan a little bit because it's kind of everywhere. But the first one is like chicken, rice, and then any like greens, and then meal number, well, I guess technically meal 1, 2, 3, that was 3, so 4, meal number 4 would be like a piece of like fish and like some potatoes. And then my last meal is ground turkey and like any greens again. So that's basically what my meal plan looks like. I have all of them now because I just meal prepped today. I didn't record it, but I meal prepped today, so now I have all of it. It took me a little while because, you know, we came back from Christmas and stuff like that, so I didn't want any of the food to go to waste, but I have all of that now. So right now I'm eating 4 meals a day. 4 meals a day with snacks like in between. That works for me because I get hungry. But I am in a caloric deficit, meaning I am eating less than my body burns. But that's what works for me. Now, if you're not in a caloric deficit, maybe you could be the opposite of me. And you couldn't be in a caloric surplus, meaning you're supposed to eat more than your body would exert or whatever your body burns. You may just need bigger volume of food. You just may need more rice or something in your meal, and more protein. For me, I'm just eating more protein and kind of a little bit less carbs because your girl likes carbs. So, and I'm trying to cut, of course. But balancing it is actually, if you mean balancing it by like, measuring it, or if you mean by like, how do I balance eating all of my meals? How do I say, like, I am on a meal plan and I am like being quote unquote restricted right now with my food. But if I don't feel hungry at like a certain point and then I feel hungry kind of later on, like later in my day, then I'm not like beating myself up like, okay, I don't feel hungry for these amount of hours or whatever. And then I kind of just eat what I can kind of later in the day. So like for me, for example, breakfast will fill me for maybe like a couple hours. I'll get hungry at lunch pretty early. I probably get hungry around like 11 or 12 because I eat early. I eat at like 7:30, 8-ish, depending on the morning. And then around 11:30, 12, I'm hungry. Like I'm already hungry. So I'll eat and then I won't feel hungry. I'll feel good. And then once like 4 or 5 hits, I feel like super duper hungry. So then I'll eat my last like whatever meals I have left. And I'll just eat them all in one sitting, which sounds crazy bad, but it helps me feel fuller, and then I'm getting in the calories that I'm supposed to be getting in. So that's how it works for me. Just listen to your body, because I've been really in tune with my body for a long time. So kind of just me listening to what my body wants, what my body needs. And those who are not competing like I am, you do not have to take what my prep looks like, or not what it looks like right now, but what my nutrition looks like right now. Because my nutrition is going to be very restricted to compared to what I would usually do. Kind of just living a balanced lifestyle, but just on a healthier like path, if that makes sense. But yeah, if you're not competing at all in bodybuilding, like don't take my word for it right now, because it's gonna be really hard for somebody who is just trying to get their nutrition right, and then you're following what I'm saying, and then you're like, you're going crazy with food. So don't take my word for it right now. Just if you feel hungry, I would say eat. If you don't feel hungry, maybe snack a little bit. Maybe to see if that sparks like some hunger, because you don't want to starve yourself, and you want to hit your macros for the day. You want to make sure you're eating, especially if you're working out, because the work you're doing in the gym means kind of nothing if you're not doing the work in the kitchen. So, or as far as food goes, because you can't really work out a bad diet, So, balancing it can be difficult, but I would just say, like, my best advice to that would be like, just listen to your body. Like, if you feel more hungry that day, because we're females and we go through like a menstrual cycle, if you feel more hungry, listen to that, because your body is telling you that clearly you need something a little bit more, and you don't have to beat yourself up for it. You just not eat whatever, but like eat a little bit more if you need to. If you feel like you need the extra fuel, if you feel like you need the extra calories in that meal, go for it, because your body is telling you something. But of course, if you're on track for goals, give yourself some grace. So I would say with that, try to be in tune with your body. Try to be in tune with your body and listen to what your body is trying to tell you. So hopefully that answered your questions. If not, you can always ask me more questions. And the last question I have for you guys, again, thank you so much for answering the questions, or asking me questions in such a short amount of time. Like I said, I only got a couple. This is the last question. Ideal time to stretch / how long / what stretches do you do? So my ideal time to stretch, I don't really have an ideal time to stretch. I just stretch when it feels good to stretch. Like, if you have a morning routine, and if you think you can get in like an extra 5 to 10 minutes of like a stretch for the morning, go for that. Because if you're trying to like switch up your like stuff to make it match somebody else, like, it's not gonna work. So if you have extra time, to fit in a stretch routine, definitely do it. How long? It could be 10 minutes, it could be 15 minutes, it could be 5 minutes, it could be as soon as you wake up for 30 seconds and you're like, oh, I just need to do a couple of 10-second stretches. Definitely do that. The longest I stretch, I actually teach a stretch class, and the longest I will stretch is for an hour. It makes me feel really, really good. Of course, I teach the class, so I don't have a choice but to teach for that long. But I like to stretch for that long. Now, if you guys want to see a long video like that, definitely comment down below. But I do full body stretches for your arms, for your back, for your hips, for your hamstrings, for your quads, for your, like your whole body. If you guys want to see a full body stretch, comment down below. I'll definitely drop a updated stretch routine. But if you are looking to do a stretch routine, I have, if you look back at Vlogmas day 2, I have a 10 to 15 minute stretch routine that you can do from literally anywhere. So go back and look at that video if you think that you want to incorporate stretching. Like I said, they don't have to be long. You could do them before bed. Before bed stretches are great because they help you with better sleep. Midday stretching is great because if you need like a little boost of energy, or if you're feeling super tired and you need a midday nap, come on now. Like, stretching is good for literally any time of the day. Ideal time to stretch in a workout. This is a good like question or kind of insert too. During a workout would be always after your workout. So mobility stuff goes before you even begin to exercise, before you do your compounds, anything. So mobility first. Your stretches, your more static, like stiff, like you're gonna hold it for 30 seconds, are always gonna come after your whole workout is completely done. So always after the fact. And how long, also depending on how long you hold the stretches. So you could hold the stretch between 10 to 30 seconds or until it starts to feel slightly uncomfortable. You don't want to feel completely uncomfortable during the stretch. So yeah, there's tons of stretchings or stretches that I could show you guys, but if you guys want a short one, I have a 10 to 15 minute stretch video. That's Vlogmas day 2, so go check that out. If you guys want an updated version, I will definitely drop an updated, maybe 45 minute to an hour long stretch routine if you want to get into like a full body like zen, because I always feel so great after the fact. But hopefully that answered your question. Thank you guys so much for asking me the questions that you asked. Hopefully I answered them and they answered any of maybe your running thoughts that you had in your head. But that is all I have for you guys today. Hopefully you guys liked the video. I know it was super short and I kind of just threw it together and I could look busted, but you know, we're here and we get into this videos. Okay, I will see you guys in the next video. As always, stay pretty fit, fam, and happy holidays.